Hey guys, how's it going? Um, it's been, what was it, Friday, I think? My day off from work. It's been a couple days since I made a video and it kind of felt weird. So I figured I would just make a quick video um, over the Memorial Day weekend. I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend, by the way. I really did enjoy having 4 days off. That was very much appreciated. But during that time, um, I didn't really buy anything. In fact, I took it easy pretty much over the weekend. My wife and I actually kind of caught up on some TV shows and watched actually quite a bit of movies, quite a few of them. And I just figured I would just show you what I watched this weekend. I've just this isn't an update video necessarily. It's more of a mini movie review, and just kind of an update, I guess, um, on movies and stuff. It's not a Blu-ray update really. Didn't buy anything, although there's one little thing at the end that I'll show. But it's not like a major thing, just figured I'd show it and maybe rant about it. But anyway, I figured it's been a while since I made a video, and I thought, what the hell? It's about 11 o'clock at night on Tuesday night, and I'm bored, and I don't really feel like going to sleep yet, so what the hell? Let's talk about movies. Um, After I uploaded my video on Friday, I actually rushed on over to the AMC theater and watched Star Trek Into Darkness, which I enjoyed. I thought was a pretty good movie. Um, I never did get to see the first one, the 2009 movie, Star Trek, in the theaters, so I was really happy to get to see this one in the theaters, and I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed all the returning cast members. I enjoyed Benedict Cumberbatch as the villain. I thought he did a very good job. I thought the whole thing was very well acted. If a bit predictable, I guess. I mean, I guess spoiler alert a little bit. The reveal about Benedict Cumberbatch's character was kind of obvious if you know anything about Star Trek. But still, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Anyway, I would probably give it, if I was going to give it on a rate of like out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7, 7.5. Decent movie. I enjoyed the first one more, and actually that segues into this weekend. One of the first movies I watched. After watching that movie, I was very disappointed that I didn't get to watch the 2009 one first. I just didn't have time. So yesterday, or maybe it was Sunday, I don't remember, but I sat down and watched Star Trek, the 2009 version. Ta-da! This is with the slipcover with the faces. I like this version. It's a cool slipcover, I think. But this, I never saw this in theaters. I bought it back when I was living in Wisconsin, and I saw it for the first time then. And I have to say, I'd probably give this one maybe an 8, 8.5. I just enjoyed it a lot, seeing the characters like that. I mean, I was never a huge fan of Star Trek growing up. I never watched the original 60s show, but I liked the atmosphere. I'd seen some of Next Generation, but I mean, obviously I knew who Spock was, I knew who Kirk was, I knew who Bones was, Uhura, all the main cast, so it was cool to see it in the 2000s, updated. But anyway, I enjoyed it. It's been a while since I'd seen it, and I figured it'd be cool to do a little video about it. Another movie I watched this weekend was something that I've been meaning to watch for a very long time since I bought it, which has been, what, 3 weeks now, I think? Shit, has it almost been a month? It's been a long time, and I kept putting it off to watch it. I was going to watch it with my wife, and then she eventually said she wasn't as into it to watch it. So I just watched it by myself on Saturday night, and that is Silver Linings Playbook, which I have to say was excellent. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought Jennifer Lawrence was a very well-deserved actor, Academy Award winner for Best Actress, and I have to say that I had my familiarity with Bradley Cooper is mainly the Hangover movies and something else he did. I don't recall what it was, but I remember thinking he wasn't that great of an actor. But in the last couple years, he's really proven himself to be pretty good. And I thought he really did deserve his nomination for Best Actor. I remember when I first saw it, I thought, oh, really? Well, you know, I mean, I am. I don't know. I was very, very impressed, I guess, with his interpretation of bipolar disorder. And I don't know if anybody is aware of how that actually acts in real life, but I have a little bit of experience with it, just some family members, and I have to say it's pretty accurate. I thought of how it's perceived. It is definitely something that's hard to combat and hard to deal with sometimes because when someone with that disorder is on a manic episode, it's really really hard to talk them down from that perspective because they get something stuck in their head, and it's just. I guess what I'm saying is it was a really good performance, and it reminded me of real life, I guess. And even her performance, she wasn't bipolar, but she had a serious, life-altering, I guess, happening in her life, and she was damaged, and similarly was going through some problems. And anyway, I enjoyed it. I'd give this a 8.5 even, but I enjoyed it a lot. I recommend it, like, highly. Next thing I watched is a recent purchase. I got this actually on Friday. This is the ABCs of Death, and let's see, what can I say? It's an anthology horror movie, and those are tricky sometimes. It says right here, the tagline is 26 directors, 26 ways to die, and the whole story is each director was given $5,000 and they were assigned a letter of the alphabet, and they could do whatever the hell they wanted with it within the parameters of horror genre, and $5,000 was the limit, and that usually is only a couple of minutes. I mean, there was one short in there, I think, that was like a minute and a half long. But I have to say, overall, well, I guess first of all, I want to say there were some decent shorts in here. There were some decent uses. D is for Dogfight was pretty good. B is for Bigfoot was kind of funny. What the heck was that one called? Q is for Quack. I thought was actually pretty funny and meta, like the whole idea of getting the letter Q. It incorporated the actual producer and director into the short, and it was kind of neat. I can't remember them all now, but they were at like 4 or 5. They were pretty decent. That I thought they were probably, if there were 5 or so decent ones, there were probably 12 like mediocre to okay ones, and then there were like 5 more that just sucked, like were not good, and then like 1 or 2 that I considered to be fucking awful. Like, I think the worst one of the entire batch was called L is for Libido, and I'm not even going to go into why it sucked. It was just awful. I hated it. I hated it. I did not like the subject matter. I considered it complete shock value, and I was unhappy with it. I did not like it. And I don't want to talk about it. I wanted to watch that from my psyche. This is probably one of those things that's going to be on Netflix in like a couple weeks. So, I mean, there's not really any reason to buy this, personally. I only bought it because I had a coupon and it was on sale at Best Buy. I got it for $12, which is a bit expensive for this, $12. I mean, it regularly retails for like 20 something, 23, which is way, way too much. I would have probably bought this for less than 10, maybe $5 for sure. Give it a shot. But yeah, I don't want to talk about that anymore. There are some decent behind-the-scenes features on that too, so I guess that's a little bit more incentive. But, blech. It was only okay. Let's see, 2 more things. I also want to mention too that before I show you these 2 things, I watched these next 2 movies with my wife over the weekend, and she actually watched the last like 5 to 10 minutes of The Skulls. If anyone remembers that movie with Joshua Jackson and Paul Walker from the late 90s, early 2000s, and then she also watched Skulls 2 and Skulls 3, which I did not even know existed. But so she spent like an entire day watching that franchise, and that was kind of fun. While she was doing that, I started a couple movies, but before I get to those movies that I started, I want to talk about the 2 movies that her and I watched. I think Saturday night. The weekend is kind of amalgam right now, but we watched 2 movies in a franchise. We watched Fast and Furious, or The Fast and the Furious. I'm going to get that confused, because neither of us had watched it in like 10 years. This is 10 years old, or 12 years old, shit. and it's cheesy. It's it's not really that great, but she enjoyed it. She liked these movies a lot. She was really into Paul Walker when she was younger. Probably still is. um, but yeah, that was okay. I mean, I did just buy these, so I figured I may as well watch them. I kind of bought them more for my wife than for me. I figured I'll do a contest on the line for the ultraviolet codes at some point. But after that, we watched Too Fast, Too Furious, or more accurately, she watched it. I was in the room on the internet doing crap, watching probably videos, but this movie was not very good, really. Blah. If I was to like rate both of these movies, I'd probably give this Fast and the Furious, the first movie, a 5, maybe a 6 out of 10. And Too Fast, Too Furious, I'd give like a 4. I don't know. It was not very good. Tyrese Gibson kept saying bruh when he was going to say bro. And then he would always say bro. It was actually kind of funny. Anyway. And then here are, hold on, 2 movies that I started watching and then just kind of stopped. And this first one I'll show you. I started watching Gangster Squad, and this was on Sunday night, I believe, and I got about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes into it, and I turned it off because it sucked. I wasn't enjoying it. I honestly might have not been in the mood to watch it. I had been looking at it for a while in my shelf, and I'd always picked other movies instead of it, and I said this time I'm going to give it a shot. And I remember it started out okay, I was into it, but then I think I was doing stuff on my iPad, or I wasn't into the movie, so I turned it off. So yeah, I can't give a review on that or anything, or a rating or anything, because I didn't finish it. And then I started The Lost World, Jurassic Park, because I haven't watched these since I watched the first one back when I got it, back in March. Is that right? Damn, I've had these for a while now. But I stopped this because I hadn't finished something, or was something else on? Oh, I stopped this because we were going to watch that HBO show. So yeah, anyway, I only watched like 20 minutes of this, and I turned it off, and then me and my wife watched a Liberace biopic / movie called Behind the Candelabra on HBO, Sunday night, which, by the way, was really good. I thought it was pretty interesting. It's a movie that Steven Soderbergh directed, I think last year, and was trying to get it pitched by studios, and all the studios in town, according to Steven Soderbergh, he said that they thought it was too gay. And this is after Brokeback Mountain. This is after Boys Don't Cry, all that. I think that's a funny line. He said that they told him it was too gay to promote. They didn't know how to promote it. And that's funny, because it's Liberace. But, I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought Michael Douglas did a great job as Liberace. I forgot I was even watching him. Michael Douglas, I thought I was watching Liberace. And Matt Damon was very serviceable, very good as the young lover, I guess, or protege, or whatever you'd call him, and also, like, mannequin or whatever. The whole concept of Liberace trying to get Matt Damon to look like him through plastic surgery was very interesting and funny. And Rob Lowe was really funny in the movie too. He was the plastic surgeon who was giving Matt Damon's character a bunch of drugs and saying it's totally cool and blah blah blah. I'm just rambling now. It was a good movie. If you guys get the chance, I totally recommend checking it out. It was really cool. If you got qualms about homosexuality and whatnot, just honestly get over it. It's a really interesting movie, and it was depicted well, I thought. And I recommend the hell out of it. I'd probably give that an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. It was funny. Let's see. What else? Oh, that's pretty much it for movies I watched. I started a movie this weekend because I bought it at Target. Here, actually, let me back up a second. Now, I mentioned when I was looking at one of my boxes of Blu-rays last week, or week before, I forget, I showed off the Shermader, this is the initial release from like 2007 or something, 2008 maybe. Does this say on here? Can't tell. Probably says somewhere down there, but I can't read it. Anyway, it's the one that has the kind of the grain and the bad visuals, and I initially said that I didn't care. But when I was at Target the other day, I saw this. And it was like $7.50 or something like that, and I said, hey, maybe I'll get it, I guess. It's $7.50, whatever. I know you're all going right now, when you saw me put this down, you thought, oh no, it's not the right one. And it's not the correct one. It's just the Target repackaging of this copy. So I have 2 copies of the exact same shit version. I won't say shit movie because I love the movie. But so yeah, they totally fucking fooled me, because it has the exact same color scheme and color look of the new version, the remastered version. And I thought, hey, that's it. And I was kind of in a hurry, and I thought, what the hell? I'm gonna get it, because I was like, you know what? I felt like watching it. I didn't want to watch the old version, so I fucked up. But I'm gonna see if I can return this week. Maybe say it's defective, or maybe, I don't know, get a gift card and buy something else or whatever. I go to Target enough that I can use a gift card, but that was lame. I just realized I bought this with Paul, the Seth Rogen movie, and I don't have that with me right now. But that was $10. No, wait, no, it wasn't. It was $7.50 also, I think. So yeah, I bought Paul too, with no slipcover. It looked nice though. I actually had originally gonna ordered it online with the Heroes Steelbooks, but then I thought, I only kind of like the movie, and I didn't want to spend $13-14. I'd rather spend $7 on the Blu-ray, so I did, and I canceled my Steelbook order. Anyway, blah blah blah. This is what I bought at Target. It's not the right one. I'm upset about it, and I'm going to be ridiculed for it, so, that's cool. And when I put this in, it had the exact same intro as this. It had the same menu screen, and I was like, huh, wouldn't they update that? And then I started playing it, and it looks like about the same, or whatever. That happened. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm getting tired now. I should probably go to bed soon. Thanks for watching, guys. I will have something new, I think, this week at some point. When I do, I'll make a video of it, and you'll see what it is. I don't even remember if it's something new or if it's something old, or I don't know. I guess you'll find out when I do. Thanks for watching, guys. There's a Schwarzenegger to send you off to sleep tonight. Dun dun dun. Thanks, guys. See you later. Have a good night.